Types of machine learning systems. There are many different types of machine learning systems that exist. In his book Hands-on Machine Learning with Scikit-learn and TensorFlow Concepts, Tools, and Techniques to Build Intelligent Systems, author Aurélien Geron summarized these systems into three broad categories. Whether or not they are trained with human supervision, supervised, unsupervised, semi-supervised, and reinforcement learning. Whether or not they can learn incrementally on the fly, online versus batch learning. Whether they work by simply comparing new data points to known data points, or instead detect patterns in the training data and build a predictive model, much like scientists do, instance-based versus model-based learning. On the basis of these categories, we can divide the machine learning systems into following types. Supervised learning. In this type of learning, the algorithm is trained on a labeled dataset, meaning the data has already been labeled with the correct answers. The algorithm learns to make predictions by analyzing the patterns in the labeled data. Unsupervised learning. In this type of learning, the algorithm is trained on an unlabeled dataset, meaning the data has no pre-existing labels. The algorithm identifies patterns and relationships in the data on its own. Semi-supervised learning. In this type of learning, the algorithm is trained on a combination of labeled and unlabeled data. This approach is often used when there is limited labeled data available. Reinforcement learning. In this type of learning, the algorithm learns to make decisions by interacting with an environment. The algorithm receives feedback in the form of rewards or punishments based on its actions. Deep learning. This is a subset of machine learning that uses neural networks to learn from data. Deep learning algorithms are particularly effective at handling large, complex datasets. Transfer learning. In this type of learning, the knowledge learned by a model in one task is transferred to another task. This can help reduce the amount of training data needed for the new task. Online learning. In this type of learning, the algorithm learns from data that is constantly streaming in, rather than a static dataset. This approach is often used in applications that require real-time decision-making. These different types of machine learning systems can be used to solve a wide range of problems, including image and speech recognition, natural language processing, fraud detection, recommendation systems, and much more.